Imagine the silent corridors of NASA, where whispers of an explosive revelation echoed through the air. A secret so profound, it threatened to unravel the very fabric of Boeing's future. Tonight, we delve into a tale shrouded in mystery and darkness, where brilliant minds at NASA foresaw the downfall of one of aviation's giants. What did they know, and how could it spell doom for Boeing? You're about to uncover the chilling truth. You won't want to miss a second of this gripping story. Buckle up as we journey into the shadows of aerospace history, where secrets are buried deep, and the stakes couldn't be higher. The intertwined destinies of NASA and Boeing began decades ago, rooted in a shared vision of pushing the boundaries of human capability in aerospace. Boeing, a giant in the aviation industry, had been a cornerstone of American aerospace prowess since its inception in 1916. As the world transitioned from propeller-driven planes to advanced jet propulsion, Boeing was at the forefront, laying the groundwork for modern aviation. NASA, established in 1958 amid the throes of the space race, quickly became the beacon for space exploration and innovation. The partnership between Boeing and NASA was solidified through numerous groundbreaking projects. One pivotal moment was the Apollo program, where Boeing played an integral role in developing the Saturn V rocket that carried astronauts to the moon. This collaboration was built on mutual trust, pioneering spirit, and the relentless pursuit of scientific achievement. As the years progressed, Boeing's expertise extended into the development of the Space Shuttle in the 1970s and 1980s. The project that symbolized the high stakes and intense collaboration required between NASA and its industrial partners. The shuttle program was both a marvel of engineering and a testament to the critical role Boeing played in the realm of human spaceflight. But as the partnership evolved, so did the complexities and challenges. The stakes grew higher with each mission, and the margin for error became razor-thin. The intense pressure to innovate, coupled with the enormous financial and technical challenges, created an environment ripe for both extraordinary achievements and potential pitfalls. Understanding this intricate history is crucial as we delve deeper into the revelations uncovered by NASA engineers. These engineers were not just outsiders. They were deeply embedded within this complex web of collaboration and competition, privy to the inner workings and vulnerabilities that the broader public rarely sees. It is within this context of a storied alliance, in ambitious endeavors, that the explosive revelations take on a chilling significance. The first signs of trouble began as subtle whispers among the engineers, like an unexplained anomaly lurking in the depths of space. A series of small but unsettling mishaps that, when pieced together, painted a picture of an impending disaster. In the dimly lit control rooms, data streams displayed irregularities that defied the laws of physics. Reports of minor but recurring technical glitches emerged, anomalies that seemed innocuous on their own, but hinted at a deeper, more insidious flaw. Late-night conversations among NASA's brightest minds began to harbor a tone of concern, as if an invisible hand was tampering with their meticulously designed systems. Unresolved questions and unexplained occurrences began to accumulate, forming a shadow over Boeing's ambitious projects. Palpable tension filled the air as engineers meticulously double-checked and cross-referenced their findings. The feeling of impending doom was almost tangible, like a storm cloud gathering on the horizon, unseen but undeniably close. It was during this period of mounting apprehension that a series of incidents involving software malfunctions and hardware failures came to light. Incidents that were quietly remedied but never fully understood. Night after night, sleep eluded those who were privy to these growing concerns, replaced by a gnawing sense of unease. The walls of Boeing's headquarters seemed to close in as the weight of these anomalies bore down on those in the know. What started as faint murmurs in the corridors had grown into an urgent whisper of dread. From the malfunction of critical components to the inexplicable software glitches that seemed to defy all known protocols, each new anomaly tightened the knot of anxiety. The engineers, dedicated to their craft, began to see a pattern that suggested a structural vulnerability within Boeing's operations. These early signs were the first harbingers of the explosive revelation that could no longer be ignored. Each revelation was like a piece of a puzzle, revealing a chilling picture of potential catastrophe. The full extent of these signs, and the implications they carried, were yet to be comprehended. Little did they know, this was just the beginning of a descent into a mystery far darker and more complex than anyone could have anticipated. The explosive revelation came to light one fateful evening, when a NASA engineer named Dr. Emily Harris stumbled upon a troubling discovery. While sifting through lines of code in the dim glow of her computer screen, she noticed a series of anomalies that were not mere glitches, but signs of a systematic flaw embedded deep within Boeing's systems. Her heart raced as she flagged the issue and called for an urgent meeting with her team. The room filled with a somber hush as Dr. Harris laid out her findings. Among the engineers, eyes widened and brows furrowed as the weight of the revelation sank in. The first key moment was the realization that these anomalies were not isolated incidents. Instead, they were part of a larger, more sinister pattern suggesting potential sabotage or a fundamental design flaw. The implications were enormous. It meant that any mission relying on Boeing's technology was at risk of catastrophic failure. The room buzzed with a mix of fear and urgency as the team worked through the night, cross-referencing data and verifying Dr. Harris's findings. The reactions were varied, but all shared a common thread of dread. Some engineers stared blankly at their screens, while others frantically scribbled notes and equations, trying to make sense of the chaos. Whispers of disbelief echoed through the room, punctuated by the occasional exclamation of shock. The atmosphere was charged with a tense energy, the kind that grips you when you know you're standing on the edge of a precipice. As the night wore on, the realization of the scale of the potential disaster began to set in. The flawed systems were integral to numerous ongoing and future projects, meaning the scope of the risk was vast. This wasn't just a technical snag, it was a potential death sentence for any crew or payload relying on these systems. Dr. Harris and her team knew they had uncovered something that could not be ignored. In the days that followed, the revelation spread through NASA, and like wildfire. High-level meetings were convened, and the tone shifted from disbelief to action. Boeing executives were brought in, and the gravity of the situation was laid bare. Faces turned ashen as the implications were fully comprehended. The future of Boeing, and the safety of countless missions, hung in the balance. Engineers worked around the clock, racing against time to implement fixes and understand the root cause of the anomalies. The stakes had never been higher, and the pressure was palpable. This was no longer just a technical challenge. It was a battle for survival in the unforgiving realm of aerospace. The explosive revelation marked the beginning of an intense period of scrutiny and reevaluation. Lives depended on the swift and accurate resolution of the issues uncovered. The engineers were now locked in a high-stakes game, where the slightest miscalculation could spell disaster. The air was thick with tension, but also with an unwavering determination to overcome the formidable challenges ahead. This was just the beginning of their fight to avert catastrophe and salvage Boeing's imperiled future. The aftermath of the revelation was nothing short of a cataclysm for both NASA and Boeing. The immediate consequences rippled through both organizations, leaving no corner untouched. For NASA, the discovery triggered an urgent cascade of operations. Projects were halted mid-flight, and ongoing missions were put under intense scrutiny. The atmosphere within NASA was one of frantic activity mingled with a deep sense of trepidation. Engineers and scientists worked around the clock, grappling with the enormity of the task at hand. Each passing hour brought new challenges and new discoveries, some reassuring, others deeply unsettling. The tension was palpable as teams worked to identify and isolate the flawed systems, all the while grappling with the horrifying thought of the potential disasters narrowly averted. For Boeing, the fallout was equally dramatic and devastating. The revelation sent shockwaves through the company, shaking it to its core. Executives and engineers alike were thrust into a maelstrom of crisis meetings and emergency strategy sessions. The company's stock plummeted as news of the potentially catastrophic flaws spread, eroding investor confidence almost overnight. The media frenzy added fuel to the fire, with headlines questioning Boeing's future and the safety of its technology. Internally, the company faced a staggering array of challenges. Morale among employees plummeted, overshadowed by a sense of betrayal and fear. The same corridors that had once echoed with the confident strides of engineers now bore witness to hushed, anxious discussions and hurried, concerned faces. Boeing's leadership was under immense pressure to provide answers and demonstrate a path forward. The immediate focus was on damage control. Sweeping internal reviews were initiated, and an all-hands, on-deck approach was adopted to address and rectify the uncovered flaws. The company's reputation, built over decades, now hung by a thread. Engineers toiled tirelessly, their work now driven by a sense of urgency and a fear of what might come next. The revelation also strained the relationship between NASA and Boeing. Trust, once the bedrock of their collaboration, was now in short supply. Both sides scrutinized each other's actions and decisions with a newfound skepticism. The collaborative spirit that had driven countless innovations was replaced by a cautious, almost adversarial stance. Meetings between the two giants were fraught with tension, each side acutely aware of the stakes involved. The financial implications were staggering. Boeing faced potential lawsuits and costly recalls, and had to pour resources into fixing the flawed systems. Contracts were reviewed, and some were even suspended or canceled, leading to a significant financial hit. The company's very survival seemed at risk, as it navigated through one of the most challenging periods in its storied history. Amidst the chaos, there were also stories of resilience and determination. Engineers and scientists, driven by a deep sense of duty, worked beyond the call of duty to ensure the safety and reliability of their systems. Their tireless efforts began to yield results, as fixes were implemented and reassurances provided. In the end, the revelation served as a stark reminder of the fragility and complexity of aerospace endeavors. The immediate aftermath was marked by intense drama, but it also set the stage for a renewed focus on safety, accountability, and innovation, laying the groundwork for a more robust future for both NASA and Boeing. As the dust began to settle on this explosive revelation, one thing became clear. The aerospace industry is a realm where the margins for error are razor thin, and the stakes are sky high. The mystery that once loomed large over NASA and Boeing now stands as a testament to the resilience and brilliance of the engineers, who tirelessly worked to avert disaster. The intricate web of anomalies, once a harbinger of doom, was meticulously unraveled and systematically addressed, preventing potential catastrophes that could have reshaped the landscape of space exploration forever. Yet, as we close this chapter on a tale of shadows and secrets, we must ponder the deeper implications. This isn't just a narrative of technical malfunctions and high-stakes drama. It's a stark reminder of the delicate balance between innovation and safety, between ambition and reality. As you drift off to sleep, consider this. In a world where the boundaries of human capability are constantly being pushed, how many more secrets lie buried in the corridors of power? What other mysteries are waiting to be uncovered, and who will be brave enough to face them? Perhaps the answers will emerge as the night deepens, in the silent whispers of those who dare to dream beyond the stars. Until next time, sleep with the curiosity of the unknown and the wonder of what lies just beyond our reach.